Hello, Dead Dog Records. How can I help you?
I really don't care about the artistic goals of your project. It's the act of reproduction itself. It's the reproduction of the song on a tape that triggers the obligations under the Copyright Act. We're the people who can be ripped off the easiest because we can't stop other people from ripping ourselves off. You may not like the big multinational corporations. You may not like the image that a big band is projecting with its presence or its marketing or whatever. No one's saying you have to. But unless you're willing to have a system where the big guy's rights are just as important as the little guy's rights, nobody has any rights.
Greed can overpower judgment.
No matter, greed or need.
Well, that's what I'm going to find out.
No matter. We gentlemen of business have arrangements to discuss. Arrangements?
Close the door, Tom, and keep the common people out.
Bobby tell you to choose my gift?
As I was saying, since every fish now bears my famous and frankly fabulous face, I should be getting a profit from every fish product sold.
Oh, please.
There's surrealism, that kind of stuff.
I can get behind that. We gotta put our energies where it's gonna pay off. It's the publishing company, the catalog, and the masters.
As I was saying...
But a song, an idea,
Let's say...
is ephemeral. It's intangible.
Let's say...
People have always been able to hum and sing songs. Why can't they tape it?
Let's say... a nickel per fish sandwich.
I can get behind that.
Look, the 30,000.
Okay.
That's against 7 points.
Okay.
After that, I have an option on the album.
Okay.
200,000. That's just a fee. That's not, an advance on my points. It's just my fee.
Okay.
50 cents for sardines.
Okay.
Millions of dollars a day to finance my happily hedonistic lifestyle.
Obviously, no cross-collateralization, right?
They don't understand that I have a copyright given to me by, first of all, the Founding Fathers, who said that artists should be rewarded for their efforts and given an economic incentive to continue for the public enrichment, incidentally. They didn't do it for our sake. They did it so that we should continue to write for the public enrichment.
So, which of your tedious copyright forms do I fill out first? You may speak now.
And on principle, businessmen line their pockets at everybody else's expense.
No one can copyright fish. They're a natural resource.
By the way, the minute you start to recoup, the second you recoup, you pay me for record work.
Well, now,
How big is this, Greg?
they
Maybe $500 million a year?
This is not
they don't...
rock and roll, dude.
Well, now,
That's a conservative estimate.
they don't understand that was
You may
said.
speak now.
Dude.
They don't understand that there's a copyright law on the books which says I own my song. What's the good of my ownership if I can't control it?
Performers and songwriters are swindled out of royalties. The United States of America is fleeced out of taxable income.
And they don't want the songwriters and people, the artists, to get 1 red cent. Why?
Is that really what this is about?
Maybe he's right.
The music, man, not the money.
He doesn't write a better song than I do.
He's right.
Purity.
It uses,
He's right.
it uses,
He's right.
it uses my song.
Right.
It uses my talent. Now that's not competition, that's larceny. And when it knocks me out, it's murder.
Maybe he's right.
On the other hand, he's simply been ripped off with no credit or compensation. On the other hand,
How am I going to make a living?
on the other hand.
Most art based with the new technology. Most is based with the new technology. Most self-referential. Most recognize that art is self-referential. In other words, most of them expect that their work will be commented on by others down through time, or even contemporaneously. So therefore, most artists do not view this process as at all infringing. Rather, it's complementary.
How am I going to make a living?
To everybody.
Based with the new technology.
Greed or need. The law seems to go into shock.
You get into idiocy here. And that idiocy is bureaucratic, time-consuming nonsense of the worst kind, in my view. There are better ways of protecting the creator.
The law
and better ways of having freedom of information.
It's just it.
The term cultural industries has become a fashionable phrase in the last few years. The notion that the arts should be viewed primarily as an economic activity, and that arts policy should be formulated from an economic point of view. And you call this notion in your book a perilous myth. Why?
I do, because I feel, you see, that this is linking the arts up to mass industry. And what you find in the so-called cultural industries, and this applies to broadcasting, to radio, to television, in almost every field, you find that really the artist doesn't benefit all that much from this.
It's just it. Former copyright director G. Carl Francis will be taking an extended vacation. But I'm not happy.
Hello?
Yeah?
The people that you work with and handle, I probably will sue them too because I'm not getting...
I don't know.
Because the law changes so slowly.
I'm sorry, I'm all upset
Then it
about
becomes
this.
all the more difficult.
I'm sorry. You can't help me then? No. I'm sorry.
Change the law. With the result that nothing happens.
The sad thing is,
I'm an artist.
you need to have a lawyer.
Have you any money of your own? That is personal. I can get it from other sources if you don't tell me.
The sad thing is when a smaller corporation that does not have deep pockets needs to redress a grievance because of a nuisance suit filed against them.
I'm an artist. A bad one, many people think, which means I'm always broke.
Because of a nuisance suit filed against them, it is easier for them to settle even though they're in the right because it's too expensive to go to court. Because our evidence...
Disagree about.
George.
I knew I'd finally find something to disagree with Mrs. Quayle about.
You don't think that's true?
George, you don't need a lot of money for that. Yes, you do. No, you don't. You'd get a pro bono. I know your law firm. You have a very, very good law firm here in town.
What law?
Well, hold on,
A
guys.
nuisance suit is defined in the eyes of the beholder.
On the other,
Suits against the cigarette industry are perceived by the cigarette industry as nuisance suits.
on the other, there has been a continuous fight in this country between corporate America and people.
The U.S. copyright law.
Between the dead, non-breathing corporate oligarchy that controls the country.
Every time someone time shifts a TV show at home on their VCR, that is an offense.
And ordinary citizens who are trying to get justice.
The freedom to copy what we want and use it as we wish.
I'm just a paper pusher. I can't change the laws.
The freedom to copy what we want and use it as we wish.
And if this keeps up, I'm going to have to become a shoe salesman.
The freedom to copy what we want and use it as we wish.
The U.S. copyright law. By the way, the C stood for Caesar.
To copy what we want and use it as we wish.
It's not illegal. It's as legal as it's ever been and will remain that way, and you should feel very comfortable in doing it. I repeat that my lawyers tell me the reverse. So let's let it drop at that.